Welcome to the Angular Rating tutorial. Using the Syncfusion Angular Rating component, you can easily evaluate and give opinions on products, content, or services by choosing a certain number of icons from a predefined set to gather customer feedback. In this video, I will show you how to add the Syncfusion Angular Rating component to an Angular application and customize it using the minimum value, precision, and single selection features. I'll also show you how to reset the current value, display labels at different positions, and display a tooltip. Lastly, I will show you how to display custom icons and customize labels and tooltips using templates. I will start with the application creation process. I'm going to create an Angular application using the Angular CLI tool. Make sure you have installed the latest version of Node.js. First, open Visual Studio Code and install the Angular CLI using the npm install -g at angular/CLI command. As I have already installed it, I am skipping this step here. Next, I will create a new Angular project. I use the ng new project name command and name my project example. I am creating a project with the option to add a CSS style sheet, so I choose the CSS option. The project creation has started, and it is creating an Angular project with its dependencies. Now let me navigate to the project folder. To add the rating component, install the Syncfusion Angular Inputs package using the npm install at syncfusion/ej2 Angular Inputs --save command. This will install the package with its dependencies. The application is now ready to use. Before using the Syncfusion component, it is mandatory to register the trial license key. I open the main.ts file and import the register license method from the Syncfusion ej2 base package. Using this method, I register the trial license key. To generate this license key, refer to the link in the description below. The application is now configured to use Syncfusion components. Next, I navigate to the app component TS file and import the rating module from the Syncfusion ej2 Angular Inputs package. Then, register it within the imports array of the component section. Next, to reference the CSS styles to the rating component, navigate to the style.css file and import the material theme. I have also imported the dependent CSS references like buttons and pop-ups. In the app component HTML file, remove its default content. Add the input element with the EJS rating attribute and specify the ID as rating. I save the changes and run the application using the ng-serve command. See, the rating component is rendered, and you can rate by clicking the stars. The tooltip normally appears at the top, but in this instance, it is displayed at the bottom due to a collision. If you prefer the tooltip to be positioned at the top, you can include a div element with margin styles and nest the input element inside it. To set a value to the rating component on initial render, use the value property and set the value to 3. Looking here, the rating component is rendered with 3 stars selected. In some instances, it may be necessary to maintain a minimum rating value, preventing ratings below a certain level. This can be achieved by setting the min property. For example, if I set the min property to 2, I'll not be able to select a rating lower than 2. As you can see, when I attempt to select 1, I cannot because the minimum value has been set to 2. You have seen how to give ratings as whole numbers like 1, 2, and 3. To allow ratings with decimal accuracy, use the precision property. The Syncfusion Rating Component supports 4 types of precision modes: a full, half, quarter, and exact. For example, to give a rating of half values like 3.5 or 4.5, I set the precision property to half. You can see that the value increases by 0.5 when you hover over the stars. Now, I can give a rating of 4.5. Similarly, if I want to give ratings with 0.1 intervals, like 4.1 and 4.2, I change the precision type to exact. And you will see the value increase to 0.1, then 0.2 when I hover over the stars. I can give a rating of 4.7 like this. Next, to display a label that shows the current value of the rating, I set the Show Label property to true. As you can see, the present value of the rating is displayed on the label and is positioned to the right. I can also change its position using the Label Position property and set it to left, top, and bottom. To demonstrate this, I set the label position to left. And the label changes accordingly. Next, I would like to demonstrate the Single Selection property. This property enables the selection of a single star based on the rating. For example, to assign 4, I can select the 4th star instead of all 4. To do that, set the Enable Single Selection property to true and remove the exact precision type. See, only a single star is in the selected state. I've already given a rating here, but now I want to start afresh and provide a new rating. In that case, I need to use the Allow Reset property. This property clears previous ratings and allows starting over. Let me demonstrate this by enabling the Allow Reset property. I remove the Label Position property to have the label on the right. You will see the Reset button appear, and on clicking it, the previous rating is reset. As I have set the minimum value to 2, the value is reset to 2. To clear this value, I remove the Min property. Look now, the previous value is cleared, and I can give a new rating. When it comes to rating, the preferred value is 5. In some cases, it can be 10. To customize the number of star icons in the component, I can use the Items Count property and set the desired value. Here, I set the value 10. See, the rating component is rendered with 10 stars. In some cases, the rating value should not be changeable. It should be read-only. But before that, I remove the Items Count property as I want to show the rating component with 5 icons. I enable the Read-Only property. As you can see here, I can edit the value since it is read-only. I can also disable the interaction with the component using the Disabled property. The component is disabled now. Next, you will see how to customize the label's text in tooltip using templates. As you see here, the default label displays 3/5. To change this label text to your liking, use the label template. Before that, I remove the read-only and disabled properties. I define the label template property and add a span element to it. Within it, I enter the desired text. The variable value retrieves the currently selected value. Similarly, I can use the tooltip template property to customize the text that shows when I hover over a star. I define the tooltip template and add a span element and set appropriate content to it. You can see the customized text on the label in tooltip. Another cool feature of the rating control is using custom icons instead of the default star icons. To display custom icons, set the empty template property in the input element. Then, define the empty template using the ng template element. And set the span tag with the classes, custom fonts, and SF rating heart. Next, I define these classes and some other component-based CSS classes within the style.css file, and set values to attributes like color, font, style, and so on. As I want to showcase custom icons, I remove the single selection property. The rating component is displayed with custom icons. In this video, I showed you how to create an Angular application and add the Syncfusion Angular Rating Component. You also saw how to customize the rating component with value, min value, and enable single selection properties, and how to display custom icons, customize text using templates, and reset the values. If you want to see the working example, you can download it from the GitHub link in the description below. I have also provided a link where you can see if you qualify for a free license key to use our Angular products through our community license. If you found this video useful, please like it and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.